All right, everybody, I'm making a very special video today because I've got a lot of different followers from a lot of different places. You know, I taught yoga for a long time, I taught pole dancing for a long time and burlesque. I've been a dance teacher, I've been a psychic medium, a teacher of witchcraft and the magical arts. And I've been trying to share my philosophy and my teaching for the past couple of years on TikTok, on YouTube, uh, primarily on TikTok and YouTube. Last night I was giving a reading to someone in live, a guy, and I had told Ethan, based on where he was at spiritually, that it would be a good idea for him to create a personal altar. So I'm trying to give all of those beginners out there who's interested in spirituality and interested in alternative spirituality, specifically people who are interested in witchcraft and magic, or the occult, or voodoo, or anything that has to do with ancestor worship, psychic mediumship, psychic abilities, and also animistic magic. Why is a personal altar a good idea, not just for people who are starting off on the path, but also people who have been on the path for a long time? When you create a personal altar or a personal shrine, it's almost like making a vision board. Do you know what a vision board is? Usually when people make a vision board, they'll put a board up on the wall, you know, that you can use pins or magnets for whatever. And then they'll start collecting pictures of things that they like or things that are inspiring to them or representations of their desires, hopes, wishes. And a personal altar is kind of like the same thing. A personal altar is something that you create that represents you. It doesn't have a god or goddess on it. It's not a working witchcraft altar where you're actually casting magic over it. It just represents you, who you really are, or at least how you feel about yourself, because how you feel about yourself is very important. And witchcraft and magic is all about being empowered. This is a practice about being empowered, empowering yourself, being proud of yourself, caring about yourself, loving yourself, caring about the environment, caring about the earth, caring about the ancestors, and also the legacy that you leave behind for your children and for the world. So I wanted to show you my personal altar. I'm not going to be able to share this personal altar on TikTok, but I will be sharing it on YouTube, and hopefully it won't be taken down. So any of you that want to visit my YouTube channel to see this video, you're more than welcome to. But I just wanted to show you my personal altar so that maybe it would inspire you to do whatever it is that you want to do. So this is my personal altar. I love Doctor Strange and I love Marvel. I really like the multiverse of madness. So in my room, you'll actually see when I go live that I have a Doctor Strange poster and 3 Multiverse of Madness and Doctor Strange posters all over my room. I hope this doesn't make you dizzy. But what we have here is my personal altar. I love trees and working with wood. And I also love astrology and herbs. So over there I have my witch's cauldron, which if I wanted to spellcast with a cauldron, that would be my cast iron cauldron. And there's a whole bunch of collected sticks that are in there for magical purposes. I put out all my oracle cards, well, my oracle card boxes and stuff just for decorative purposes. I keep all the decks that I actually use in practice over there. This is kind of like my fairy witch altar. I have a crystal ball. I have a special talisman that that will protect you from harmful negative energies coming off the planets. I have this cute little astrology board with crystals that represent all the planets that I basically will move every time a planet moves out of one sign into a new sign. That helps me keep track of where all the planets are. I have a picture of a Scottish ancestor, a Catholic prayer card for a guardian angel. I have a postcard of a male fairy that I've had since I was like a teenager, like 14 years old. I framed it. I have a little raw tray full of junk magical things, including tobacco, crystals, coins, dice. I have a bell for clearing my space with sound. I have my herb bundles that I use to burn to clean my space. I have feathers that I've collected for magical use. And then, as you can see, I've got a lot of phalluses. I have a quartz crystal phallus. I have a small wood and a large wood, big wood. I found a black, smooth and shiny online. That is actually a dildo that is supposed to be the exact same size and feeling of my cock when it's inside. And then, of course, I have a tea light candle, a golden lotus tea light candle. I have a little special consecrated rock along with a Stonehenge symbol. And then 2 bowls of water, one that has a quartz crystal in it, and the other bowl is for ceremonial and ritual use. So anyway, this is what my personal altar looks like. What do I do in front of this altar? Well, I sit here and I meditate. I do mantra, I chant. My yoga mat is right here. So I practice yoga in front of my altar. And I would say that my spiritual practice, my personal spiritual practice, stays within the context of this room when I'm doing personal work. So a personal altar is just fine to have in your bedroom because it represents you. It doesn't represent anyone else but you. And it's just a fun place for you to express who you are and express yourself. You know what I'm saying? So this is who I am. This altar represents me. This is who I am, how I identify. Now, you might be like, really, you identify as a dick? Well, no, I identify as being someone who's very creative. And the erect phallus is a symbol of that power, personal power, that masculine energy, and also fertility magic and men's health, because I'm an advocate for men's health. So maybe you can take some of the ideas I gave you, I put out there for you, and you can go make your own personal home altar. You know, it doesn't have to be huge. It doesn't have to be big like this, but just big enough for you to put out iconography that represents who you are. Because at the end of the day, everybody, this is all about you and your practice. And nobody else's opinion about how you practice matters. And nobody else's feelings about how you practice, how you work with your spirits, or how you worship your ancestors, or how you work with the dead. No one can tell you how to do that. That's something that you have to figure out for yourself. Right, Dr. Strange?